Welcome to the Mediocre Moms Podcast. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Kait.
And we are here to be your girlfriends. We know that being a Pinterest perfect, Instagram worthy mom is hard, and that's why we are the Mediocre Moms. So grab your favorite drink as we get into today's topic, back to school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're mediocre, but not like bad. Still try
Not bad.
really hard.
We try. We just miss that mark sometimes, and that's okay.
Because it's just impossible to be so perfect. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yep, so yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, not like a parenting podcast, more like a hanging out with your girlfriends.
Totally.
Everything kind of podcast. So.
Yes.
Yeah, so back to school. We recorded on the weekend. I'm about to start week 3 because we get back to school in August.
Good.
And you are 1 week in?
Yes. I am 1 weekend. Technically only 4 days because they did a 4-day weekend for, what was it, Labor Day? They get a 4-day weekend. So we're 4 days in, 4 full days because our first week for my kids were all half days because they did back to school nights. My district does it very odd. I've never heard of another district doing it like personal one-on-one, but they do. So first week was all half days. Now we did full days.
Yeah, we had the first day or so was a little different, but not so bad now that both my kids are in full-time school. Kindergarten is not really so full-time, but, or any of it really here.
Good.
But yeah, last year my little one was in the little kindergarten. Here they break kindergarten into 2 steps, and the little kindergarten is part-time. So it's just 4 days a week. They're all half days, either mornings or afternoons. And the afternoons are just 90 minutes. So it's and also you're just kind of considered not a real student. They're very quick to be oh, actually we don't have school this day because there's something going on, and I think because it didn't even exist at all a generation ago, certainly. So to the Swiss, it's just all kind of extra. But if you're coming from outside Switzerland, it's this is weird. These kids are already, these kids are already 5. They shouldn't be in real school, but I think by 5.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how's it been going for you?
It was a big adjustment because I had my first day of my new job, same day the girls had their first day at school. So, I did take a week off in between my old job and my new job. Yeah. So, so it was very exciting for us all to wake up and get into that routine and do breakfast and everything. And I told my oldest the first day, I said, because with my district, I have one that rides the bus and one that needs to be driven. So, why not? So I told my oldest, I said, come, what's your first day of school? Let's put your sister on the bus together. So we did. And the next day I was like, do you want to come? And she goes, no. So, okay. So you can stay home while I go put your sister on the bus. It's at most 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So we go do that with the little one.
Which one? The little one takes the bus?
The little one takes the bus.
And the big one's expected to walk.
The big one is expected to walk, but mommy drives her because I don't feel safe letting her walk.
You should talk more about that because you told me maybe about this and I was just blown away.
Yeah. Apparently I'm not the only parent. I found out at the little one's bus stop, I'm not the only parent that feels like this because I've met all other parents that have 3rd graders. And we're just one parent said, and I didn't fact check them because I didn't, and it didn't matter. It doesn't matter to me, but I already have my routine. I know I'm driving her. I'm not going to sit and fact check this parent. But she said that if you follow the where all the crossing guards are for the kids, they're expected to walk along 22 to turn, which is
that is Interstate Highway 22 for the listeners?
Yes. So I'm that's a little bullshit.
Yeah. I was I was really surprised when you told me this.
Yeah.
And
it's a 30-minute walk.
Someone has been talking about routes for kids to walk to school. It's well, how many times they have to cross the street? Okay.
Yeah.
One of the street crossings is the off ramp for Interstate Highway 22, and I just cannot believe that your school is expecting.
Their logic is they put a crossing guard there. It's all good. that's their logic. But yeah, so, and I told my family because I was really pissed. And because my family, we have a little group chat. It's just mom, dad, and the 4 kids. And
Your mom and dad.
my mom and dad and the 4 kids. And my brother apparently told my sister-in-law she will never be part of the group because it's just for us. And I was like, at first I was like, you dick.
But you also don't have your husband in there.
No, my husband's not in there. My husband, he would, and my sister doesn't have her husband in there. So it's just the 4 kids. But I put in there, I was like really pissed. And my whole family came back and they were like, that's insane.
It's insane.
My one brother said, like, give me that budget. I'll fucking find the money for busing. Mm-hmm. You know, he was really pissed. He, throwing out words like I don't know, like
allegations of funds.
Or something like that. I don't know. He likes to use big
negligence. Yeah,
he likes to use big words. So they're all pissed. So I have one that rides the bus and one that does not ride the bus, which makes it kind of crazy. What I discovered, because my oldest is like, I don't want to get up with Hannah. I want to sleep in. I was like, okay, I'll wake you up before I put your sister on the bus, but you have to show me that you can fucking get dressed by yourself. And then when I get home from the bus stop, I can give you like breakfast and stuff. So we're working on that. But I discovered, because I know we're getting to the age where like, friends, like we're having friends issues. We're approaching, we're not there yet, but we're like closer to like liking boys and stuff. And
my older one also, like, this is my boyfriend. This is my secret boyfriend.
Yes.
Secret boy.
Yes. So I discovered I've got like at most half hour. So I said to her, I said, look, on paydays, I specifically said payday. If you want, we could have secret Dunkin' Donuts, which means that you need to get up when I get your sister awake, because when I come back from the school bus, we need to go. Mm-hmm. And we did it. And she was ready. And I said to her in the morning, I was like, Abby, it's secret Dunkin' Day. And she's like, Mom, shh, don't tell. I'm like, oh, I forgot. So I took her to Dunkin' Donuts and she got a donut and I got just a breakfast sandwich. And we just sat and we just chatted and it was really nice. So we're going to start doing secret Dunkin' Days. Just on, not that we're like poor or anything, but like, even unlimited money, I wouldn't take my kids to Dunkin' Donuts every day. Yeah, that's why it's just a payday thing. Plus, I'll probably do it for her birthday,
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah. So we've got that. And now my kindergartner is already
nice, like fresh Dunkin' Donuts donut. Oh, that sounds so good.
And now
my favorite Dunkin' Donuts flavor, and it's one that's like almost
is it seasonal?
See it, like it's a seasonal one. It's the maple. Like so, like
do you want me to try to get
icing on top? You could not get that to me, Lisa.
I can overnight it.
You don't like one day old donuts are already gross. Like, I guess now probably would be the season that you might find it.
But when we went in, I saw they already had like pumpkin muffins and pumpkin donuts. They're already
just like took monopoly over fall.
It did
a couple years ago.
All white girls just touch themselves to pumpkin in the fall.
Yeah. Okay. Did we mention this is not for children? This
should put that disclaimer in with my intro.
That's not. Yeah. This isn't a family podcast. This is a complain about your family.
Yeah, it is. It's a complain about your people podcast. A CPP. Complain about your people.
This about pumpkin. My ex-husband would always come with me home at Christmas time.
Yes,
and did a bunch of years in a row. And he thought Americans just love cinnamon because everything is cinnamon. and in December, there's a lot of cinnamon.
Yeah, I would say December and fall. Once you hit September, right into maybe January, it's all cinnamon all the time.
Yeah. I remember once having I had a peppermint mocha, which is one of my my 2 favorite Starbucks drinks, the peppermint mocha and the caramel macchiato. Mm. And I was excited to have him try the peppermint mocha because it's I'd never had it in Italy. And he was he took it and he was confused and he was like, is that mint? Like, just like as if it was like poop. Like so like horrified and confused and like, God, imagine if it was pumpkin.
Oh man, just to like have like the flight in front of them of like a peppermint latte, a pumpkin.
It'd be like if it was like tomato coffee. Like it would be so weird and so just like out of it. Like carrot coffee. Like
Guess what? We got pumpkin. We got pumpkin coffee.
oh yeah. Pumpkins are my favorite vegetables. Like I'm mid favorite pumpkin. Pumpkin spice. Like that.
Mhm.
Kind of like pumpkin spice to me means like pumpkin pie spice.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the coffee because it's like really, really sweet. I actually like coffee. I'm like a coffee person. So
Yeah.
I'm not so into like really, really sweet coffee drinks.
Yeah.
So, but otherwise I'm very basic. Otherwise give me everything that like white girls normally like. And that's what jam. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, but let's say, and then my kindergartner is already telling me, waking up going, Mommy, there's no kindergarten today. I'm like, yeah, there is.
Yeah, there is.
And she's like, no,
I don't think so.
I'm like, yeah, no. Mommy's the first one to find out if there's kindergarten today.
My little one was actually like, I don't think that's happening today. And I'm like, yeah, it is. No.
But, do your girls
have like a
what?
Do they have classes they like? They're pretty good.
Yes. Abby, my district is it's considered like the poor district. It's like there's a lot of like there's a big rainbow of incomes in my area. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
There's big rainbow of income. So they try to accommodate. But like what's really cool is that she has a dance class in the school. And then I think they said like half year is gym, I think, and then the other half is dance. For Abby, this year is a lot of like not a lot, but like the specials, a lot of them are split, like half a year is this and half a year is that, which is fine.
Yeah, I think we had that too at that age.
Yeah. So she's got, I think, gym and dance. And then so yeah, she's got, and one of the things they will do, I don't want to say do, but
more chocolate. Please keep going.
they will do is they have the Phillipsburg Wellness Initiative, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong, but it's about like mind body, and they have a yoga teacher that comes in, and Abby called him. She goes, "That's my calm teacher," and he goes over like deep breathing. They had a class on crystals and like stuff, and I'm like, that is really cool.
Yeah.
You know, whether you believe it or not, I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt any. That my personal philosophy is not hurting you. It's not hurting anybody. Then it's okay. Even if it's just a placebo effect, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like,
Cool.
So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think yoga is really, really good. And yeah, Aurora used to have it in school sometimes. Like her English teacher was like also a yoga teacher. Like I think they had like English twice or 3 times a week, but one of the days she did like English and yoga. So like they did yoga, but in English. So like the kids are learning body parts and
Nice.
Yeah, I think it just like worked out like more fun for like, because this is like I'm talking Escola Materna, which is like 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. So like it has to be very like playful when you're teaching kids that age.
Oh yeah. Cool. So what do you girls think of their school year so far?
Yeah. So for Aurora, they keep the same group of kids, but they get a new teacher every 2 years. I think it's pretty good. In Italy, you have the same teacher for like 1st to like 5th grade.
Oh, wowzers.
Yeah, it's just like I get it, like, but I think of all the different teachers I had, especially when I can remember from like middle school on, would be like that's when we started switching subjects and stuff too.
Yeah,
there were teachers that liked me and really pushed me, and teachers that I knew did not like me.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Mr. Riddle. He's our history teacher, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, history teacher. He once told my parents at a back school meeting that I glared at him. And they thought he was the most ridiculous little man ever. Like he said,
he was a little man.
Like, what was that, like a 9-year-old, 10-year-old girl, like glared at him, and he's like complaining about that to her parents.
Yeah.
They still like laugh about that, but still, he obviously did not like me. He didn't think I was particularly smart, or you know. And I mean, like he gave us like tests of things that were honestly not my strengths. Like
I remember him. Yeah. It was get up and you had to memorize half the Gettysburg Address and get up and recite it.
The intro to the Gettysburg Address and the intro to the Constitutional Declaration of Independence, I think.
I can do that one. I don't know why.
Yeah. We're scoring 7 years ago. Our fathers brought forth
this continent.
It's still in there.
For this continent, a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created
equal. Everyone in our class can like still do that 30 years later because you couldn't get like a single word wrong. He was really strict. And we had to remember in geography, we had to fill in blank maps.
Yep. I remember that one too.
Countries and capitals spelled correctly.
Yep.
And that is not something I'm a software engineer. I'm like, I'm very good at some things, but that's not the kind of thing I'm good at. So he didn't think I was that bright, and he made it kind of clear to me that he didn't think I was a good student. And that affected how I felt about myself. And like, so imagine getting a teacher that
thinks that,
like for 5 years. That would totally drive your whole life.
Yeah.
And like, but on the other hand, like, like our science teacher, Mrs. McKenna, she really liked me, and I ended up doing extra stuff after school with her.
She was cool. She was a good.
We did more like sciencey science stuff in that,
like
school science class than I did in university. Like
she was very hands-on.
We dissected mammals, pigs.
Yeah.
And like in my university class, we didn't even do dissections.
Yeah. Two of the things I remember about Mrs. McKenna is, number one, Halloween. Oh my God. She would come in and just do all the wacky, crazy like experiments in front of us just for the wow factor. That's all the reason she did it, was just for the Halloween wow factor. And this second one is we did that stream walk, which I just thought was the coolest shit.
Yeah. We would go in the stream, because there's a stream out of school, and collect samples. pH and chemical tests on it, and record what small macrovertebrates we found in there with the microscope, microvertebrates, and just small macrovertebrates. And she was running a science class so beyond like 7th grade science. Yeah. And and she really liked me, and she thought like I had great potential. And Mrs. Smith,
Mrs. Smith.
She's like one of those like top teachers in the world.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I remember when I'm going into high school, we had like pick general, college prep, and honors classes. Yeah. And I was going to go, I think, general for history, because again, Mr. Riddle didn't like me. He made me And for English. And Mrs. Smith was like, no. Like, no. And pushed me to the college prep classes. Yeah. Or maybe even honors for English. And I was like, I'm not that good of a writer, Mrs. Smith. Like, but she was like, no, but you'll be with the other kids, and they're going to push you. And like, that's what you need to do. And she like, but with the point being, a lovely trip down memory lane in middle school. But there's teachers that believe in you and make you believe in yourself, and those that don't. And like, I think that has to do more with just like the relationship between those two people than anything else. So the idea of having one teacher for so many years, but so even 2 years, it's like, what if this, but okay, it's just 2 years. Like say it was 1 year, but so Lavinia being in like the second year kindergarten, half the class left, and there's first graders now. And, but now Vinny's a big kindergartner, and she got a new half the class of little ones. And one of them is our neighbor and really good friend. And Lavinia like loves that.
That's good.
Yeah. And Deborah's basically the same class. How's she doing? Well, how much did I talk about her actually on the internet? But I worry that I'm seeing this year some of her father's anxiety. Okay. When she like has homework that she doesn't know what to do. Honestly, I don't know what it's supposed to do, because like it's in German for one thing. Yeah. Her German has passed mine, but it's like she had this page in her book, and it said, explain what a business is, and then it had like 2 empty lines. And I was like, God, what? like what does the teacher want for that? And I like look at like the previous pages in the book, and like I'm not like figuring out like what you obviously want something, right? Like school's not about that, like knowing like You read the paragraph. It says a business is blah, blah, blah. On the next page,
Yeah.
you write,
What's a
business is
business?
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know, kid. Like, it's like, let's wait for Peter to like my just get home, and maybe he'll have a better idea. But like, she was just like really stressed out that like she can't do her homework and it's hard. Yeah, I was really looking for a gymnastics class. Yeah, I know she has a lot going on because she has, my kids were obviously American. You can hear me at least talking about New Jersey interstate highways, and but she grew up in Italy until 1 year ago, and now she was bilingual English Italian, and now she's learning German, but she still has an Italian class here that they offer like an extracurricular after school on Fridays for families of Italian anything. It's not like there's no test to get in, but who wants to sign up basically. It's a very casual class, but that's like 1 day a week. Yeah. Okay. So then, and she just wanted to do the violin this year. She just like practice for a couple minutes every day. And she just scouts. That's just a couple Saturdays a year. Probably a camp, but that's like a single event kind of thing. Yeah. And so I was thinking like gymnastics, she loved it. And then that would put some pressure off of me to like organize play dates and stuff. Cause she's like, geez, that's terrible. That's play dates. But after that I kind of stopped looking so hard. Yeah. For a gymnastics class. I was like,
I want to get Abby involved in things, but one of the perks about the school that she's in now, did I tell you she gets a locker? Yeah. I was so excited. She gets a locker.
Magnets.
I know. I have to go get her magnets for her locker. But they do clubs. When I asked the teacher about the clubs, I think she said in October, they're basically she made it sound like, and I know my mind always goes grander, like we're going to get a catalog of clubs. And she warned us, some clubs fill up fast. And some clubs are so popular that it's just a lottery getting in. And unfortunately,
you mean re-getting in
to get in.
Oh, like the old kids are getting in. Okay.
No, it's a lottery. So, and one of the clubs I know Abby wants to do, which is our club, is a very popular club.
Sure.
It's like, fuck. So we're on a wing and a prayer. We're going to do all the lucky things we can to get her into that club. But I'm hoping there's a lot of other things, which will be nice as a mom because it'll like Abby.
School day a bit.
Yes. It'll extend the school day and I will have to like run and go get her. I can like chill for a little, possibly do the dishes or something. Or
thinking back about that, like that's actually like, I went to so many clubs and I don't think we paid anything.
No.
Clubs.
The only club I think at our school you had to pay was ski club because you needed that. I wasn't elite enough. And I knew I wasn't to do ski club. I was like, no.
Yeah. I never skied until I was an adult. I've never skied yet. Yeah. Snowboard until I was an adult. I will ski.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter just last night, mentioned like, there's a problem with the weekend we're moving. I didn't realize this on the calendar in mid-November. And he goes, it's the first weekend of ski season.
Sorry, Peter.
You're not going to be like the first person on the mountain.
Oh, Peter. When are you moving?
November. So like we've been negotiating with a family who's moving out to like have some overlap.
Okay.
So like rather than like they leave. It's like kind of split the month of November. Does that make sense? So that they get some overlap. They'll take the first half of November and have both their old and new house, and we'll have the second half of November and have both their old and new houses. Okay. So, I think there's going to be at least a little overlap where we have both houses. Maybe we could do a similar thing when whoever picks this house, they like, we're making our plans, assuming we will leave like a week before the last week of November. So like, maybe like the people coming in could get the keys 1 week early, like, and then in exchange for paying like a quarter of the rent. Does that make sense? Because you want to have some overlap. You don't want to have like a 1 day move. But at the same hand, you don't want to pay like a whole extra month rent. So we're working.
No, when we moved into our house, because we moved from our little apartment into this house, we had we had overlap because we closed in the house. The timing of the closure of the closing. Sorry, we closed on the house. We left for vacation like days later. It just happened.
Yeah. These have happened.
But it was already vacant. So like we closed. I got the keys. My car. I went to the closing with my car filled with stuff. I went to the house. I came to the house, dropped stuff off, cleaned, and then like the days up to vacation, Brian and I were like filling our car with stuff and bringing it to the house and dropping it off. And we came back. It was nice having the overlap because there was no hard like we have to get out by, and we were able to get out. And then we went back to the apartment after it was empty, and we just did another cleaning of it, and then we were done.
Yeah, I mean, having to like move out the 31st and like move in the 1st, like that's all like pretty difficult to manage.
Yeah, I had a real estate client that was in that predicament, and he had one agent that was selling his house. I was helping him find the new place, and luckily the other agent was on the same team, and he was actually my team lead, and I was able to call him and be like, "Look, we have to stack these closings a certain way so we can make sure that he can get out and we get in." And he was like, "I got this."
Lisa's a real estate agent, if anyone
in the Lehigh Valley area.
Lehigh Valley area.
Studying for my New Jersey test, or at least trying to get my flashcards I've started making. I just don't want to take this test again. I don't want to deal with this test again.
It's pretty much the same test, right?
It is. There are New Jersey laws and stuff over it, but like, I know I'm not good at like mortgages. And I know I'm not like, it's not like I'm not good at like remembering.
You could have everything.
Freddie Mac versus Fannie Mae, like versus there's another May.
Also, like that's not really what realtors do so much. Most what you do is finding houses and arranging appointments for people to see them.
The whole fucking test is nothing to do with real. Like the whole test is some stuff which you need to know, like real property versus personal property. That's, what I thought I was gonna learn in real estate school would be like a hint of real estate law, because you should at least have the basics, totally get it, like, just the beginnings. And then I thought I'd learn how to fill out an agreement of sale or a sales contract. Because there are two different terms in New Jersey. Like when you're in New Jersey, you would say I'm under contract. In Pennsylvania, you would say I'm under agreement. So there's different terms.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have assumed that'd be nationwide. Okay.
Yeah, like New Jersey, I'd have to learn how to fill out a sales contract. I'd have to learn, like the documents that go along with it. Like in Pennsylvania, I need to learn all the addendums to the contract. I fill out the contract. I thought I would learn that. Because the biggest difference between New Jersey and Pennsylvania, sorry to go off this little tangent, is that New Jersey is an attorney state. Pennsylvania is not an attorney state, which means in Pennsylvania, I'm considered that I write the contract. There needs to be an addendum. I write the addendum. I fill it out. I get everyone signed. In New Jersey, that would be considering practicing law, and I would get in a lot of trouble. I'm not allowed to fill out an addendum. I fill in the contract, and once all parties agree, it gets passed on to an attorney who then dissects it. But yeah, I'm just not looking forward to that test, because some of it is stuff that I know I'm not good at remembering. So
yeah, like me in the capital of every country in the world.
Yeah.
Spelled correctly.
Yes. Yes. But yeah. So how has it been finding routine again?
Pretty easy. We fell right back into our same morning routine as before.
Good.
And what I did the day before school started, I had us do like an exact practice morning routine, but like 1 hour later.
Yeah.
And that was like a nice, like at the King's Out practice. Let's see. Yeah, we did the same thing we always did, which is like get up an hour before we have to leave, have an hour for breakfast, bathrooms and teeth, get dressed and hair. And they're a little older now, so I've actually made a checklist for the evenings or afternoons.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't have it here, but like homework is the bag packed. Did more practice violin. Is the snack box packed and in the bag packed. Just enough things that like times 2 kids, like it was starting to like, I'm running through the list so many times in my head that I wanted it just like check. And then Miss Five often checks them off, and that I think she likes that. So she always wants to check off tasks on my to-do list, which is not what I want. I don't.
No.
Yeah. Or she'll draw hearts, and then be like, I still need to be able to read that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Abby's trying to get into my stuff, and I'm like, here's your paper. This paper is for you. Yeah.
We since we have September birthdays, like
your birthday month,
like immediately hit the gas on birthday planning.
Yeah.
And like actually the most stressful thing was like picking a date and sending out invites.
Yeah.
For like this happened once before back in Italy, but we do smaller birthdays. That's like the thing here. Like you invite, like if you're turning 6, you invite like 6 people, stuff like that. Avora, we picked one Sunday, the next Sunday.
Yeah.
And Avora was just getting like no's. And we were still waiting to hear from 4 people. But like, okay, so best case, we have 4 people. And so Peter changed his work schedule because the other big day to do parties here besides the weekend is on Wednesdays, because Wednesdays are half days for everybody.
Yeah.
Again, school, not really full time. But like he had like a really big work thing. So like he does road safety for one of the bigger cities in Switzerland, and has meetings with like elected officials. And sometimes his important meetings are like important meetings. Like they're not like they could be with like sometimes it's with like someone reasonably important, or it could be like a town meeting. Like, and so I didn't even ask if he could move it, but he did move it without me asking. And we moved the party, and we've already gotten like 6 yeses or something, like the 7 people she invited. So that was like, okay, saved. Like, because even like picking the date was really hard because we have like a Girl Scouts thing on the Saturday, like between their 2 birthdays. Yeah. And like no time on that, but it was like, you can't do both. And then like one of the Wednesdays was this one that he had to work late or did without. And the other Wednesday had like a church thing. Yeah. And like we could have skipped it. It was just like, it's like a tour to see like some church instruments. Like it was such a big deal. But like, what if a lot of the kids wanted to do it? Like, I don't know if the other kids in the class wanted to go to that.
Or their parents wanted them to go.
Yeah. So like I didn't want to schedule a party completely something that like I knew a lot of like Cat would have on the calendar. Cat. I was hiding so like well in here until like the little one.
Yep. I've got both kids and the dog wandering around in here right now. So
I think it's better if she's out. Hopefully she'll get bored and wander away than if she's in. It just gets hiding.
Yeah.
But I need to, and also I've been really good with organizing play dates.
Good
for the little one.
Okay.
I need to learn how to do it for the older one because it's normally in Switzerland. I think a lot of times the kids do it themselves.
Yeah.
But like, really, do they actually?
Yeah. Oh, I know. Abby has a. So we have a neighbor 2 doors down, and Abby and him are in the same grade, and we have a trampoline, and he does not. So a lot of the times if Abby's outside on the trampoline, he comes running out and he plays, and I'm like, whatever. I don't, everyone's happy. But he also has a friend, a girl who is another. We'll just call her S to protect her anonymity. I can't say it. Whatever. And so Abby gets jealous if he plays with S. And like the other day, she was crying in the car saying, he told me we could have a play date today, but he's going to play with S. Oh. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, so I'm wondering now, this is so dorky of me, but I'm like, I know I go to Vistaprint and make them like a business card. Abby's mom. I'm like, Abby, give this to your friends.
I would say, set up a business card because that does look a little weird. Put it on a little piece of paper.
Yeah.
Like cardstock if you want, but like, piece of paper.
Like
to Aurora and be like, give this to their
number. Because like
have my number. But actually here, it's such a small town. I think everyone like has everyone's number. And we were going to change the party invite. Like everyone already handed out invites. I had to like message everyone. And
Yeah.
I did have everyone's number. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very different here. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's weird here.
yeah. So like she has one friend. She doesn't have one friend. She has more than one friend, but there's one friend in particular who they were in second grade together and became BFFs. And they are in the same, not only are they in the same class again this year, but they sit next to each other because I think the teacher did it by first name did alphabetical first names.
Oh,
and I guess because that's the only reason I can figure, like, I don't know, but they sit next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, we have to get in touch with this person's mom. And
I'm hoping to use the birthday to like talk to the parents and be
like,
or maybe just say like, we're new and we don't know how to do this.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's, and the little one, she won't talk to me.
The little
I just
talk to you.
I'm like, what'd you do in kindergarten? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Really? The worksheets in your backpack say otherwise. But, oh my God, there's wine. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the little one, I kind of like know who she likes. And she asked me for a play date with one girl. And we just did that last week.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I feel like I'm doing an okay job with her. She's a neighbor she really likes. We have a downstairs neighbor that they both play with.
Mm-hmm.
Like the older one, I think like she's supposed to do it. And like, I'm the I'm not supposed to help, but she needs help.
Yeah.
And that's where
it's hard because like you are the key logistics. You're she can make a play date. You can be like, girl, we're supposed to go hiking that day.
Yeah, like how they're supposed to do that. Yes. That's very typical. Yeah. Hard time believing even like the kids really do it. But also like a lot of her friends all live on like, actually I don't even know. Let's say also like the north side of school. I'm actually not even sure if that's true.
Yeah.
We're like on the south side of the school.
Yeah.
So like we're a 7-minute walk to school. They're a 7-minute walk to school, but that means they're 15 minutes or more away.
Yep.
And it's not such a big deal, but like it kind of becomes a little bit of a barrier.
Yeah.
For like meeting up that like I like Peter thinks we live on the best part because like we're close walk to the town center and we're like closer to the highway. We're going other places. You don't have to like drive through.
To be close to the town center sounds just perfect. Like you said that and I was like sold.
So but like of like the town's not that big, so everyone actually not everyone's close to the town center. Like I guess like someone pointed out to him like a house that's like our rent, a full house. It's the same rent as us, but it was not close. Like I didn't realize that was still our town. He was describing where it was. Like I thought that sounds like another town to me, especially when you're talking about like, little villages. Like we live in villages. So you think, but like, I love where we are. Like immediately, like this development and like the paved areas between these the buildings and development. No cars and kids playing outside. Love that. And like. If I looked at the map, I would say, this makes sense. So like we want to go somewhere besides our one town. Yeah. We don't have to drive through to like the middle of town. Yeah. Cause like, especially like like at rush hour, people are walking. Yeah. And the crosswalks almost not. Yeah. And the cars are trying to get through town. Like it's, you really get a lot of traffic. Like you do get traffic in the downtown. But it's, even though it's all pretty close, like it can really kind of be a bit of a walk. Yeah. So I hope I can maybe use the birthday, have a short meeting, and maybe like talk like with some of the parents with English, who may like, maybe could do like a play date. Yeah. We're new. We don't know how. Yeah. There's that cultural barrier. I remember last year, like at the birthday. Maybe more I forget it was for which one. Yeah. I was saying like, let's organize things. And me just being like so out of it, like I didn't do it for a couple of weeks. Yeah. Like, and then it felt weird. Felt like this time I'm going to try to be more on top of it. For their little social lives. Good. Yeah. So I get it. Back to school, going good.
Yeah, it's going good here. With my new job, I have a lot better of a routine.
Very well.
I feel like the girls are happier, specifically Abby, because Abby's been in school obviously longer than Hannah, and so I think she's really happy with her routine.
Good.
And I know I am. I'm still working out a couple of little kinks for myself, like making myself get up a little bit earlier, just to work out and things. Oh my! They are both in their Merida dresses.
Oh my goodness, beautiful. You know, we met Merida at Cinderella's castle. And after meeting her, I can see why she could be a favorite princess. She was so funny.
Oh yeah.
The only funny princess.
That is Abby's princess. She loves Merida. She's very underrated.
I knew that she was her favorite princess, or like yes, she was last time we talked about it.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, interesting. Not my favorite. But then meeting her in person, now I get it. She's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was so funny. She was signing us, and then like they, you know, like when you do the character meals at Disney, every now and then all the characters like do a little thing all together. And so like the music started, and she's like, "Oh shoot, I'm supposed to be somewhere." And she's like choking back. I'll be right back. Like she was just really funny. Like, oh, I'm never where I'm supposed to be. Like,
oh yeah,
she was so funny.
Oh yeah, my little princess. But yeah,
little princess. Oh, I don't know if I told you this. So like at Disney, Miss 5 in Slovenia, sometimes will call me lady. Like, lady, hey lady. Like,
oh my god,
it's just so funny.
Oh my god.
But then like the past week or so, like I call them princess all the time. I'll be like, good night, princess. And she started calling me princess. Like, okay, princess. And I'm like, okay. And I don't know if her sister shocked the door, but they said, I'm queen. So
yes.
Call me queen?
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, kind of funny. Just like, 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 you know, my little 5 would be like, yes, queen.
That's gonna go well during the birthday party when you're trying to like make friends.
This thing is like an American thing.
So yesterday, sorry, now we're going off on a little bit of a tangent.
Then let's go crazy.
Yeah. Yesterday, my girls were pigs in shit because we had to go to meet my sister-in-law and my sister to go try on the flower girl dresses and like get them sized and stuff. So like they got to put them on, and they only had one sample dress at this store. Mm-hmm. So like my niece who's 3 was swimming in it.
Sure.
Hannah, it kind of fit on top, but it definitely was like too long for her. Mm-hmm. So she's like walking around, picking it up to, you know, like walking around. And Abby was the last one to try it on. And it was tight on her. Like it was, you know, it was definitely not her size, but you could just tell by her smile. Like she was like, yeah, I'm the shit.
I get this feels like now that I have Disney on my mind, I can't fit anything else in my mind. But like we did, like nice outfits for like every day, and a lot of them were like they got regular like a cotton or jersey, poly blend, you know, kind of dress, but in designed to like in this color look like a dress. We've got a couple of those. We also did the like costume ones, you know, like the full like you know Belle from Beauty and the Beast kind of dress, and be able to walk around like holding it up.
Oh my gosh.
The natives are getting restless.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yeah, so no, but they're pretty good. Pretty good.
We did
interruptions with the hour.
Yes, only minimal.
Yeah.
I thought I had more time, but mine woke up earlier than I expected.
Well, then I was late too. So then, you know, that's in both directions.
That's okay.
Yeah. Anyone watching a video has noticed that I've been eating chocolates this whole time, and I have to destroy the evidence. It's my kids on a kind of chocolate. I had a big old pimple on my forehead. I'm craving chocolate. I think it might be getting close to my time. Signs are pointing. Signs are pointing. Yes.
And then you are shut down for business.
Yeah, so my boyfriend and I would be in a video game, and the video game would always go down for maintenance. And whenever he gets a little like, hey, like I'm like, down for maintenance. Yeah, server maintenance from that.
Oh, that's so nice. My romantic husband will just be like, "You on the rag?" That's what he would say. I'm like, "Yes, I am." That's 14 years of marriage for you.
I know, but I love the old timey expression too, because like,
Yep.
like, when did they actually use frags? Like our grandmother's time? Yeah.
I do not know.
I think disposable products were like an innovation for our parents' generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Technology is moving in that field. But
Yes.
But it is. Because like the underwears now are just like amazing.
I haven't used them.
You haven't? Oh my God, Lisa. Let's get a sponsor. Let's get Okay. I can't. The underwears, first of all, it's like magic. It's like, I don't know where it goes. Don't know.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's like a little, the science is like a little black hole sewn into it.
Okay.
I don't know where it goes.
Okay.
But like, you know, like the plasticky ones, they make you make your butt sweat because it's like you're in plastic underwear basically. Like,
Yeah.
if you're doing pads and like, there's like overnight or something, I would normally do like bows, you know.
Yeah.
Or if I was really nervous about like the situation, but like underwear, they just feel like underwear, or like maybe like thicker, like nicer underwear.
All right.
And yeah, it's just so much more comfortable, and they like work amazingly well.
I need to try it. Yes. Let's get a sponsor going.
Like my cousin got bathing suit bottoms for her, like teenage daughter, and that I haven't tried, but I'm like, my mind says, how could that possibly work?
Yeah.
But like she says it does. And like if the underwear, like, I don't know how it works, but like it does. It just disappears.
I hope I'm not like, whatever.
You say this for the end. So if people listen to this, like these 50 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. They're in. They'll keep the secret.
They stuck through on the rag. And
yes.
It's the other interesting thing we said really early on in the beginning.
Oh, the pumpkin spice white girls touch themselves too.
And you still forgot as well. You can hear them in your underpants.
Yeah. I have a coworker and she has a teenage daughter and she had to leave work. There's a squirrel outside my
squirrel.
Yeah.
Don't open that door.
She had to leave work. She came back, but it wasn't like she left work because her teenage daughter called her. She had her period so bad through the pants on the backpack. And she's like, when my coworker came back, she's like, I just had to take her home. She's like, she was hysterical. She just kept saying, I think she had a friend that said, you have something on your pants, and kind of gave her the heads up to it. I didn't, but I was just like, oh, that's what I got to look forward to and like somebody else said it. And I'm like, I'm going to remember this for like my girls. It's like when they do start getting their period, just in a small, discreet bag. I mean, obviously she's going to send her with pads and all the shit. Mm-hmm. But like, I want to roll up an extra pair of leggings and underwear.
Oh, that's a lot. In a locker, you can keep them in a locker.
In a locker just for the locker.
Carrying around every day is too much.
Yeah, no, but just to stick in her locker, so it's there. She knows it's there if she needs it. It's discreet. Put in a Ziploc bag so she can put her pants, the dirty pants in.
We're not far away from that.
I know. Oh my God,
it's like Laura had like some emotional time, and my mother asked like, "Could she be having her period already?" And I'm like, "I don't know. She's 8, Mom. I don't think so." Like,
no.
But I honestly don't remember. And like I googled it real quick, and I think like it's still too early for 8 or 9. Is still too early.
Oh yeah.
But, actually, I wanted to like figure out like when is it socially acceptable for her to start shaving her legs, because she kind of needs to. But I feel like she's about to be 9 in like a couple weeks, but like is 9 still not socially acceptable? Does she have to like bake double digits before? Like I'm a weirdo mom that lets her do that so young.
I would go by like if how bad is it? Like I wouldn't go in her age. I would go like if you're like this definitely
she needs it. Yeah,
she needs it. Well, I had to work. My sister got her period at 10.
Okay, yeah, that's
real. And I
I think that's not that abnormal.
I know.
Like, I think
I was the summer before 6th grade. I can't remember how old that is, but I know
6th grade.
it's like 12.
12. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
12. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know I was middle school. So yeah, we're talking like that preteen, like 10,
Yeah.
13 range. It was just like, they're not that, just meeting.
God, she
a week. Like,
and my husband said the other day, he goes, Abby, and he said this to me, and I'm thinking, no shit, Sherlock. But he goes, Abby feels very deeply, like her emotions run very deep. And I'm like, yeah, they do. And he goes, God help us when she breaks her heart, when she gets her heart broken. And I was like, dude, I'm already mentally preparing. I already have 2 videos saved of this one girl and how she, like, what she would do for like a friend going through a breakup. I have that saved. Just like when it happens, I know it's going to be a crash and burn. I know it's going to be like an all hands on deck, like announcement in the family chat, Abby together.
Sensitive for sure. I had thought of them as like, I don't know. Some things like surprising, like I'm surprised that don't bother them.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, my boyfriend,
Mhm.
we were talking about like prosciutto, different meats, like what's pork, what's beef, because he's just like unsure about that. And like, he goes, prosciutto is Peppa Pig. And I gave him a look like murder. And he got the look, but he didn't quite get that, like, you need to stop the fuck, like right now.
Mhm.
Like, because first of all, like, I'm vegetarian. It doesn't take much to make someone not want to eat these things. And then he goes on like Peppa Pig's not real and all that. And I'm like, don't talk about what's real and what's not real yet. Like these are that's even more dangerous ground than calling the prosciutto Peppa Pig. Like, we just left Disney. Like, your kid's behind you. I don't care for what I say.
No, she can't hear you.
Okay.
She can't hear you.
So
I still haven't heard thing yet.
Aurora, I was really wondering, like, when is she going to figure it out? And I know she knew she wouldn't ruin it for her sister, but while she's figuring it out, that's the stage I'm worried about. Like, and she said,
when she's mentally processing,
she thinks maybe there's more than one Mickey Mouse, because how is he everywhere? Because like, he had lunch with Mickey like 6 times.
She's going down that route. SANTA ain't far behind.
I know, like, but like all of it, same thing. Like, and God help me, they're spending Christmas with my ex-husband this year, who's just like, not good with like consistency or anything. Like, I remember once, like for one thing, I forget if it was like the Easter Bunny or just like the Tooth Fairy, like, also left a couple gifts for you at Nona's house. And I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, just say it's a gift from you. Like, don't fuck with our mythology. So I think this year it's gonna.
Well, Abby already told me. I asked Hannah, so what do you be for Halloween? And as Hannah naturally wants to be a villain, she wants to be Maleficent. She's very into Nightmare Before Christmas right now. We have so much, like, she likes creepy shit. Mm-hmm. This is also the kid who, when she was a baby, would fall asleep while I watched Ghost Adventures, and they were talking about ghosts and demons. So,
meanwhile, I didn't let my kids go on like Haunted Mansion because I know they would just like freak out.
It's not that scary.
It's not that. It's not. It's gonna most. But actually, what they got really freaked out about was Avatar: Flight of Passage.
Really?
Because all the pre-show stuff is about like, your alien's gonna go in your brain, and you're gonna like. They're like, what? The alien? What's aliens going in my brain? Like, is this? Yeah. It's like, if you're like a kid, like the whole pre-show, it's like pretty messed up.
Yeah.
And they're like leaving the ride, which they were like, by the time we finished all the pre-show stuff, they're like freaked out. And we're going to get motion sickness. She's not liking it. Then he doesn't like 3D glasses. So she's like, that's like probably waited the longest for a full hour. And then afterwards, they're like, is the alien still in my brain? And I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so we're not going to do this one again. We did it once. We experienced it.
Yeah, it's off the list.
It could have maybe been one of my favorite rides, but like I couldn't enjoy it with like my kids just freaking out, like losing, like this is like torture for them. I think it would matter if you just like skipped all the pre-show stuff.
Yeah.
Anyone listening who's like not a Disney person, like a lot of Disney rides, like as you get like close to the front of the line, they like show you a show or something to like add to the story of the ride.
Yeah.
The rides have like a story.
Yeah, it's not just a ride. It's like you're doing something. You're on,
Yeah, like they have like Everest roller coaster where like there's a Yeti destroying the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And like that, like there's no pre-show for that one, but like it's the first roller coaster I've ever ridden that like had like a real story. And I love that like the roller coaster goes forward, then the tracks are gone, then it goes backwards, and you're going.
Yeah.
And this is real. Like I really like that ride a lot, actually. Even though it's like not one. The newer ones are the technology. But anyway, I'm going down this rabbit hole. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of pre-shows. Like you like it add to the story of the ride before the ride starts, and kind of just makes the line kind of do whatever, like seem better. But,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that freaked them out. And yeah, same thing like with the Haunted Mansion. It's like a ghost is following you. Oh,
We did that with Abby when she was like around, I think, first grade, and she loved it.
mm-hmm.
It broke down while we were on it for a few minutes, so we got some extra minutes, and I was like, oh, that's so spooky.
We got stuck in It's a Small World for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that's not a fun place to just be sitting there.
Oh, our Disney cruise is officially booked. Yes.
You don't tell the exact dates, but tell me season, year.
I'll do the month. We're doing May of 2026.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to see if we can sneak in just a Magic Kingdom day, because my in-laws want to go down, because we're leaving out of Florida. We're gonna go down the day before, and when we come back, we're gonna spend the night again and then fly out the next day.
Yeah. Or if not Magic Kingdom, then the water park. Maybe you love the water park with the most thing, but which we didn't even do last time. But yeah. No. Oh, I can't. I want every detail. I want to live through you in this experience as much.
My mother-in-law had the nerve to say to me, like, she sends me a text. She's like, okay, it's booked. And she had the nerve to say to me, like, I wrote back, I think, like, all these emojis, these happy emojis. I think it did like a Disney like GIF and stuff. And she's like, I'm afraid you're not going to be this happy when we get closer. And I was like,
don't worry.
Are you fucking insane?
Oh, yeah. I did so much prep work this time. Like, this time, it's like I didn't expect much, and it surpassed expectations. And then I was like, official Disney adult certified, went totally crazy for this trip. And I was a little worried. Am I going to, am I setting myself up for disappointment now that I have such expectations? But no, everything is just so nice.
I'm excited. And the girls will be older. And it's like, not that I wouldn't at this age, but I feel better about dropping them off in the little kids club. And I know they're going to have, like, I feel like they're going to get it more. Mm-hmm. So I'm very excited. But yeah, it's going to be 2026 is going to be our Disney year.
So then that's also when you're going to Disney with your brother?
I'm supposed to, yeah. So my mom was sad. She's like, but you're supposed to go to Disney with us. And I was like, you think I wouldn't go to Disney?
Was she maybe with her boyfriend or?
With my mom, like my mom was going to go. My brother was going to go. So like the fam.
Oh, she thinks you're going to go twice?
I'm like, no. Like, have you met?
I saw this little like online GIF about like this like husband talking to his wife, and it's like, okay, if we're gonna keep your Disney addiction, we have 3 options. And she's like, number 1, like you get a job, and she's like, no. Like, we moved to a less expensive area. No. I sell your used underwear online. And she was like, do I get new underwear? I'd do it. Thinking like, if I knew how to do that to fund Disney trips, I'd do it in a second.
Same. I'm trying to figure out how to sell fucking feet pics to fund Disney addiction. And I'm up to the point, like, I might start taking pictures of my husband's feet too while he sleeps. There's a market for everything. You like a hairy toe? I got one for you. Yeah. I think we should end it there.
That's I think hairy toes is it. That's peak right there. Yeah, some of your underwear and feet pics.
If anybody out there knows how to do it, please don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate to reach out. We need all the details. We need to understand how to do it, and we will write back.
Yes, so we can know how to do this.
Yes.
Explain to us how it's done,
please.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna wrap it up there, and so really legitimately, if you want to email us for any reasons, questions, to explain to us how we can use our feet or underwear to fund Disney trips. And our email address is hello@MediocreMomsCo.com. And that is also our website where you can find all of our other links, MediocreMomsCo.com. And that's our Instagram, MediocreMomsCo. TikTok, we're not using that quite yet, but we should get on that. And yeah, those are all of our accounts. And thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope it gave you some of that like girl talk kind of, social interaction that I think a lot of us just don't get enough of.
Yeah, we just crave.
So I don't know. I wouldn't get enough if not for our regular calls. Yes. So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Ladies, can you please go upstairs? Abigail, you have no pants on.